guys. I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What's up? All right, now my mic's turned on. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on the #1 Miami fan morning show. I'm talking about Clock Blockers on Miami Sports Music's podcast network. I am super excited. It is a big morning. It is a big day. But before I get into anything, you know I got to go through and got to go do all the housekeeping stuff. So let me go through that as fast as possible. When you guys come on in, or ladies, come on in, make sure you hit that like button. That's what I need you to do right now. First thing, if you haven't done so already, please go hit that like button. Hit it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. But make sure you guys are ready to go because we have a big show lined up for you today. It's going to be awesome. So hit that like button and share this. Share this in as many places as you can. Go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't care. Tell your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your best friends, your fin-laws, everybody. Share it, like it, subscribe it. Let's go. Also, if you guys want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, there's a couple different ways you guys can do that. Number one, you guys can do that using the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the big money sign down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can also use the PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network, and also the Cash App, which is also MSM Podcast Network. If you guys want to sign up to become a member and get exclusive content like early releases to Solo D's music, like, by the way, I got the email last night for week 2. Solo already made week 2's track for the Buffalo Bills. And let me tell you, it's fire. It's straight fire. All right. I got to be like Dylon from Chappelle's Show. I spit hot fire. Dylon, 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 and Dylon, because I spit hot fire. I love, just wait till you guys hear week 2. You guys are going to love it. So if you sign up to become a member, you'll get early access to it. So sign up to become a new YouTube member today. It's going to be great. Do you want to remind everybody and I want to thank our sponsor for the show, Tail Greeter. What is Tail Greeter, Stephen? Well, let me explain to you what Tail Greeter is. Tailgate is a way for fans to express their love and passion for their team and city and the community in the parking lot every single Saturday and Sunday. If you go to tailgreeter.com, you'll type in the search engine East 32 Dolphins Tailgate. That is the official tailgate for tailgreeter.com at Hard Rock Stadium. And that's where I'm going to be this Sunday doing the live pregame show from the tailgate. It's going to be awesome. Show up. Go buy a ticket. You get food. You get drink. Solo D's going to be performing. I'm going to be doing a live pregame show from there. We're going to have live music. It's going to be great. It's going to be good times. So make sure you sign up. You become a member today. And you go ahead and you purchase your ticket for East 32 Dolphins Tailgate, the official tailgate of the Miami Dolphins and the Miami Hurricane games. So make sure you guys go do that. All right. If you guys missed any of the show last night, please go check out the Fire and Ice Combat Sports podcast. Angel and my man Michael had a great show last night. I even showed up for a little bit, talked a little UFC, talked some boxing. Make sure you guys go check out that out. All my Spanish-speaking Dolphin fans, look, every Tuesday night, live at 9 p.m. from Mexico. Go check out Hellfins, a Spanish-speaking Miami Dolphins podcast. All my Spanish-speaking folks, if you love the Dolphins and you want to see those two things come together, every Tuesday night, 9 p.m., it is Spanish-speaking only, Hellfins, a Miami Dolphins Spanish-speaking podcast. Make sure you go check that out. All right? All right. Enough about me. I'm super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. And here's why. Because today's show is an amazing show. Let me tell you why. So what I wanted to do this year is bring you exclusive access to the content that you can't get anywhere else. So one of the things I wanted to do was make sure that I had a beat reporter that I got in touch with this year. And one of the things that I wanted to do was get somebody who was raw, uncut, and we just happen to have very similar backgrounds because we're from the same area, Baltimore. So it's really, really cool. I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to bring him on. He's in the back room here. So starting each and every Tuesday, we're going to bring on Daniel Oyefusi. See, I said it right. I probably didn't say it right, but that's okay. We're going to get it, Daniel. We're going to get it together, okay? And he's going to come on. He's going to do a Dolphins report. He's the new beat reporter for the Miami Herald. I'm super excited. Daniel's a great guy, and we're about to bring him on here momentarily. But I want to give a big shout out to everybody that is in the chat box so far this morning. Who's in here so far? I got Pamela. I got Stetson, Bernard, Katie Toucan, Dolphin Don, Big Drip ENT. I got to give everybody a big shout out this morning. Y'all woke up with me. Y'all are hanging out with me. Andravius, what's up, Andravius? Vickin, what's up, Vic? Brandon, Trey, what's up, Trey? Luke Nuke, and that's such a good name. Luke Nuke produced. I like it. Big Dan 305. Who else I got up in here this morning? Estefan, what's up, Estefan? Spurs still suck, Estefan, just so you know. Chef Zhu is in the building also. Chef Zhu, I don't see your nameplate. I'm just saying your nameplate's not there, Chef Zhu. Andrew Harris is up in here. Stetson. All right, I already said all that. All right, Darren, Brandon, what's going on? I really want to learn how to pronounce that name. All right, well, Andravius, I do too. So you know what? Let's go ahead and bring on Daniel now. What's going on, Daniel?
No, well, man, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Pretty good. All right, so for everybody listening, say your last name 5 times, or at least 1 time.
All right, it's Oyefusi. So you got it. You were pretty close. I mean, you pretty much got it.
Oyefusi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just got to say it quicker and be more confident in saying
exactly. It's all in the confidence. That's all it is.
It's all confidence, man. All right, so Daniel, you are the new beat reporter for the Miami Herald covering the Miami Dolphins this year. Before we even get started into the Dolphins, just tell me what that experience has been like so far.
Oh, man, it's been a great experience. You know, like you said, we're from the same stomping grounds. I'm from the Baltimore County area, so I'm kind of coming down to South Florida. It's been really cool. The fans and the whole Dolphins Nation has been so supportive. Kind of welcome me in. You know, I hit the ground running. It's my 5th week on the job, so I started in training camp. Before you know it, we're in the regular season, and we had that great game on week 1. So it really couldn't have been a better start.
It was, and let me tell you, I tell people all the time, the heat from South Florida to what it is and Central Maryland, it's a little bit different, right? That heat down there is it hits a little bit different.
It does, man. You know, the first week I was like, oh, this is nice. You know, I can't wait till the winters. And then you get to the 3rd week and it's still 90 degrees and that humidity's hitting. So I'm getting used to it for sure.
All right. So, one of the things the reason I started this network is I felt like the local media, not everybody, I don't want to throw everybody under the bus, but I felt like local media has a tough time giving, I don't want to say, I feel like they're very critical, and I understand that's what they're supposed to be in certain aspects, but I also feel like if you're going to be super critical, you also need to be super supportive when the team does good. So have you gotten any feedback from new fans or your fellow beat reporters about how the South Florida fans are, or how the Miami Dolphin community is?
Well, I'll start off by saying it's a passionate group, and they ride for Tua as they should. You know, I came from a team, covering a team that was also supportive of their quarterback up in Baltimore. So I know
you were covering the last 2 years. You were covering up here for the Baltimore Sun, right? Or at least the last year, right?
Correct. The last 2 seasons, I was covering the Ravens for the Baltimore Sun, and Ravens flock rides for Lamar Jackson, just like
let me tell you, last night,
that
game last night was crazy, right?
That's the type of game you want to watch and not cover, because that had twists and turns. But yeah.
Well, especially when you have an article that's probably due, and you're probably typing up that article in the 4th quarter. You can't do that in a game like that.
Yeah, I've had that experience way too many times, and trust me, I was sitting on my couch watching that game. Like, I'm glad I don't have to cover it. Yeah.
Well, look, man, it was crazy last night. All right, well, let's get into. I want to get into week 1, but I want to start from the beginning. Tell me about your experience with training camp, getting used to the players, coach Flo, the upper brass of the Miami Dolphins. What have you observed? What has your experience been like so far with the Dolphins?
Yeah. Well, first off, I was really interested to see how the organization operated. You know, when you cover a team for 2 years, you kind of know the ins and outs and stuff, and just like little things like how they organize practice and how they just set up things. So I was really interested to see that. I was able to watch the last 2 weeks of training camp, get a good look at when they had the 90-man roster and they whittled it down to 53. So I got a good look at all the players leading up to week one. And they left a pretty good impression on me early on. I knew that this defense was really good, and to see them up front, I kept on saying, this defense reminds me of the Ravens. Maybe not the Ravens defense from last night, but from last season, and just the way that they communicate, they play together, they force turnovers. And then obviously, I'd heard a lot about the impressions of the progression that Tua had made, and it was only 2 weeks of training camp, but I did see somebody that looked like a more confident quarterback and looked more decisive in making decisions and whatnot. So I was able to obviously meet Coach Flores and be in the presses with him, talk to players and the interview setups and whatnot. So it's been cool, and I'm really interested to get to know the guys and talk to them more as the season progresses, because it's not only a talented group, but it's a fun group and an engaging group. There's a lot of really cool personalities, guys from different backgrounds. So it's a really fun team to cover.
Yeah. One of the things that I find very interesting is coaching, right? And you've had John Harbaugh to cover for the last couple of years, and we know that the coaching carousel that is the NFL. Coach Flo's a totally different animal. This guy looks like he has it together. What have your observations been of Coach Flo and the players' reaction to Coach Flo in this training camp?
Well, he definitely runs a tight ship. He knows what he wants. He knows the type of team that he wants from top to bottom, and you've seen that in the way that they've been able to kind of turn this roster from 2019 to 2021. I remember in the lead up to week one, we asked players a lot, like, just what is different from 2019 to 21, and so many guys said Coach Flo got his guys. He always talks about being smart, being disciplined, being fundamentally sound. And it might come off as coach speak because he just says it all the time, but it's like actual teaching and talking points. And then when you see that kind of like go over to the game where guys are in the right place and they're making plays like Xavier Howard and Eric Rowe and whatnot, do you see that like it's not just coach speak? It's them really taking that from the locker room and from the meeting room to the game field.
One of the things that I found very interesting, and we'll segue into the game on Sunday. Look, I don't have to tell you, playing in Foxborough is a challenge all in its own. And the Miami Dolphins for the last 20 years have had such a struggle being there and playing that team. There's been a quarterback by the name of Tom Brady. Maybe you've heard of him. That has been the reason why. But, now they have this rookie in Mac Jones. And let's kind of get into the game on Sunday, because look, here's the reality. The Dolphins have won 3 out of the last 4 games against New England, and Tua is the first quarterback to win 2 games against Belichick in his first 10 starts. So, look, there's something – the culture is starting to shift. It is starting to change. And I am one that would always say – actually, I heard it from a guy that we both know very well in Baltimore, Jeremy Kahn. He would say, good teams find a way to win. And that's what I believe happened on Sunday. I don't think it was luck. I think good teams found a way to win. I don't think it was luck that Xavier Howard, like, to me, that's a drill that you run all the time in training camp and in practice. And so that's just something that, and if you watch the game, you saw a lot of the defensive players punching at the ball the entire game. And so I just feel like, that wasn't luck. That was something that, hey, the coaching staff made sure they were trained on it. And it just worked out. And eventually, you do something long enough, it's going to hit. So tell me about, Sunday and what your thoughts were.
Yeah, well, to kind of build off that last point that you're making about it not just being luck. Yeah, I mean, it's not luck. It's something that they do practice in drills, and it's a teaching point. And Landon Roberts even said it. He was asked if, we all know the defense led the league in takeaways last year. And someone asked Landon Roberts, is the magic of the takeaways back? And he was like, it's not magic. Magic is something that's proof and it just pops out of nowhere. He was like, no, during the week, we're talking to Josh Boyer, we're talking to Brian Flores. They're taught to do that. He said, we walk around the lunchroom and somebody has a ball in their hand and we're trying to punch and pop it out because we just don't know any better. That's all we're taught. So that stuff isn't luck. It's a real teaching point. It's essentially part of the game plan. When you look at the game as a whole, I agree with you where, I don't have the institutional knowledge of being in South Florida or covering the Dolphins for the last 20, 25 years. But a lot of people said that is the type of game that the Dolphins would find a way to lose maybe 5, 10, 15 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago.
Exactly.
3 or 4 years ago, Daniel.
Exactly. And the fact that they didn't is significant. And I kind of look at it when I take a step back kind of the day after, and I kind of look at the totality of the game. I feel like depending on your lens, it's a glass half full thing, it's a glass half empty thing. Because you can look at the offense and say the offense was only able to score touchdowns on its opening drives of the halves. What happened in between? That's what everybody's saying. What happened there? And then on the defensive side, you're saying, well, why weren't they able to stop the run? Why did they allow so many third down conversions? But when you get into the nitty gritty of it, you like I said, it's a glass half full, glass half empty thing. If you're just a natural, if you're a natural optimist, you're gonna say, hey, Jalen Waddle had a big drop on third down. If he catches that ball and they convert the chains and they keep the drive moving, they're gonna come away with extra points.
100%.
If Liam Eichenberg doesn't trip over, I believe it was Solomon Kinley's left foot, we all thought that Josh.
Say it one more time for the fans in the back, that he tripped over that foot. He
did trip over, and I and a lot of others got that wrong because we were watching. Some of us were watching on the TV, some of us were watching from the press box. But when you look at the all 22 in the close-up view, yeah, he did trip. So it wasn't as bad as it initially looked. But if that play doesn't happen, maybe they end up getting a touchdown at the end of the first half instead of just a field goal. So it's just a lot of like little things, and players and coaches will talk to you about that. They'll say that it comes down to execution. When we ask players and coaches like what happened, they said it was execution, and the Patriots made plays. To their credit, they did as well. I think on the defense side, Raekwon Davis leaving on the 6-play scrimmage didn't help things at all. There were definitely some missed assignments in terms of setting the edge, some of the linebackers not getting into the right gap, some of the defensive linemen getting moved off their gap. And if there's one thing that maybe you say you are a bit concerned, it's the fact that the run defense didn't seem to be improved. But again, you're looking at it after week one, glass half full, glass half empty, and coming back to the initial point, they came away with a win after week one, and they're atop the AFC East when no other team in the division did. And now you got an opportunity to face the Bills and get another leg up in the division. So you can't be any more pleased than that.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, I said at the beginning of the year, I said the Dolphins were going to start out 2-0. I just want to say so far I'm 50% right in that prediction. Okay, I just need one more thing to happen, and I'll be down there live to see it, which will be great. But one of the things that I thought was very interesting is that game was a lot closer than maybe the reality of it was. Here's the thing that you will find that Dolphin fans and Dolphins nation is that we play the refs sometimes, and I feel that we were playing the refs a little bit on Sunday, as well as the Patriots. You look at that Landon Roberts roughing the passer. That doesn't happen. That's 4th down, and they don't score a touchdown on that drive. And so now the score is not 17-16, it's 17-13, or maybe they don't even score at all. So I tell people that game, the score might have been close, but the reality is our defense played super well, like amazing. And I think that says a lot. And I understand that at the end of the day, that's a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, but you got to give props where props is due. That's still a Bill Belichick offense. Any elaboration on any of that right there?
Well, anytime you go to Foxborough, you gotta prepare for anything. The connection in the headset might go well. The referees might not be on your side that day. So that just comes with the territory. And I'm sure if you ask the players or coaches, they would say, "Hey, we just gotta weather the storm." But I think you're right. I think the defense did play really, really well. Just given the situation. I mean, they knew that the Patriots were going to run the ball and try to ease Mac Jones into it. So that's why I say, like, the one thing that you may be concerned about is the run defense. The conversions, you don't want to give up 11 conversions. If that happens 9 times out of 10, you probably lose the game. But they were able to come away with the timely turnovers. They were able to keep them to 1 for 4 in the red zone. And it's little stuff like that. Like, I feel like football is a grand game. But a lot of times you can just point to just a few things and be like, that's the reason why you won, or the reason that you lost the game. The Dolphins won this game because they were better in situation of football. They converted in the red zone. They didn't turn the ball over as many times as the Patriots. They played clean football, didn't get a lot of penalties. And when stuff like that happens, you're usually going to win. So I would say that, I saw some people saying the Dolphins didn't deserve to win that game. I mean, yeah, Tua threw a bad interception, but it's complimentary football. When the quarterback turns the ball over, the defense comes up and makes a stop and gets the ball back. That's a team game.
And Tua had a running touchdown and a passing touchdown, right? So look, at the end of the day, they went out and opened the game. They went out and scored. They went out and opened the second half. They went out and scored. I felt like they did, and at the close of the first half, they scored points.
Yeah.
All of those little things, in my opinion, help you win games. And the other thing is turnovers. And I believe somebody in the chat box just said it a little bit ago, 23 straight games with a turnover for our defense,
crazy.
which is, I know. Just think about that for a second. There are teams that might have 10 to 12 turnovers their entire season, 15. We've had 23 straight games with at least one. That's insane. Tell me about the O-line play, because I know that is probably, I don't want to say that's the Dolphins' biggest weakness, but, hey, it's the Dolphins' biggest weakness. The O-line play was definitely, look, here's a reality. Tua was only hit 3 times. Mac was hit 7. So, you can make the case that the O-line played good.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a glass half full, glass half empty performance. I think that I don't think that run blocking is necessarily going to be a forte for this unit, but I also don't think that it necessarily has to be because they run so many RPOs. I think that the institution of that run pass option just system is going to be really beneficial for this unit, because they can get down a bit. Obviously, you can't go past 1 yard, but they can go 1 yard and they can give the impression that it's a run block and kind of get downhill, not have defensive linemen coming toward them, and they can get kind of, I won't say cheap yards, but get easy yards, get a 5-yard slant to Jalen Waddle and let him see if he can break it loose for a 10, 15-yard gain. I think that Liam Eichenberg, he was kind of got baptized. He was playing at left guard and right tackle all through training camp, and then he wakes up on Sunday morning and they're saying, "Hey, you're playing left tackle." I thought he did a solid job. I thought that he did pretty good job in run blocking. Kind of got a few cut blocks on his man and whatnot. But it's I keep on saying it's a young group, and they're gonna, if anything, if they're gonna be at their best, it's not going to be in week 1. It's not going to be in week 4. It's going to be a gradual thing. I still do have a little bit of concerns about them facing some of the better defensive fronts in the league. And I'm even watching the Raiders game, and I'm thinking, wow, I didn't realize that their front was as good as it is, and that game's coming up in a couple of weeks. So along with the defense's run ability to stop the run, I do have concerns about the offensive line. And this run pass option is going to be a staple of the offense, but I do have some concerns about, when they get into a 3rd and 15 and you're not able to do a run pass option. The defense knows that you're going to pass. Are you able to block the guys in front of you, give to us some time to find guys downfield? And they had some good moments where they were able to do that. I think the 30-yard pass to Devontae Parker on the sideline, that was a great job of blocking all the guys that were in front of them. But, it's still kind of a wait and see thing with this offensive line, because they did have so many struggles last year, and it's most of the same guys, just a year older.
Yeah, 100%. This is Miami Sports Music Podcast Network's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I am your host, Stephen D., and alongside me this Tuesday and every Tuesday moving forward, from the Miami Herald, the beat reporter, the man himself, Daniel Oyefusi. Did I say it right?
You did. You got it.
Yeah, see? I'm telling you, just practice. It's practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're not talking about the game. All right, so let me ask you another question. The stopping the run game. We're about to play Buffalo this week, and it definitely, look, the running back in New England, we made him look like he was, top 10 running back in the NFL, which he's not. Here's a reality. What do the Dolphins need to do to stop this run? Because I feel like if we can do that, we're going to be one of the best defenses in the NFL if we can find a way to stop the run.
Well, I mean, if you talk to coaches, a lot of times they'll say it's come down to leverage and gap assignment. If you're an outside linebacker, you got to sit the edge. You can't let your guy get to the edge. You got to funnel him back inside so that your teammates can tackle him. If you're a defensive lineman in a certain gap, you can't get moved off that gap, because if you do, that's an open lane. If you're a linebacker, you have to be more anticipatory, and you gotta fill the gap that the lineman is just trying to clear. So it's stuff like that. I know somebody, I was doing a mailbag for week 2, and I know somebody asked me, are there any street veterans that we can pick up like McKinney? And I'm like, man, if the coaches really wanted McKinney, he would have made the 53-man roster. So I don't think he's
Say it again. Say it again for one more time for fans in the back. If McKinney was supposed to be here,
he would have been here.
He would have been here.
He took a pay cut and everything. So if the coaching staff really thought that he was going to be that guy. I mean, and you know, by all accounts, he was playing the run well. I know he's not the best in coverage, but you know, he's a guy that's known for being really good against the run. But again, if the coaching staff thought he could have made a difference there, he would have been here, but he's not. So I mean, he's not coming through that door. I don't foresee any big street free agent pickup. You know, so in terms of the linebackers, inside linebackers, you know, you're going to roll with Jerome Baker, Landon Roberts, and Sam Aguavin and see where that takes you. But again, I'm sure that when they go into the film, it's correctable and coachable stuff. It's staying in your line, it's staying in your gap, setting the edge, and you know, kind of reading the way the play is unfolding.
Awesome. Look, hey, I totally agree with you. If you guys are watching right now on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button for me. I don't know what y'all are doing. Y'all sitting here listening to amazing content from my man Daniel. Make sure you hit that like button. Next question. Buffalo's coming up. Another division game. I tell people all the time, you win a division game, that's essentially a 2-game swing, right?
Yep.
So we come out of this, we end up being 2-0. Miami looks really good going into, moving forward into the season. What do the Dolphins need to do to beat the Buffalo Bills on Sunday?
They gotta make Josh Allen uncomfortable. However that is. I think that the Steelers had a really interesting blueprint in their win in that the Steelers, like the Dolphins, are known for their pressure packages and bringing a lot of blitzes. But the Steelers didn't blitz Josh Allen and the Bills as much as, you know, they're accustomed to. You know, they rushed a lot of four guys, and, you know, Melvin Ingram and TJ Watt were able to, you know, wreak havoc, and they just kind of dropped their guys in coverage and said, hey, you know, you gotta go methodically down the field. You know, I know a lot of people, when I brought that up on Twitter, they were saying, hey, well, the Dolphins don't have the pass rushers that the Steelers have. And I was like, yeah, they don't have a TJ Watt, but I think that, you know, whether it's Andrew Van Ginkel or Emmanuel Ogbah, I mean, those are capable guys who could get to the quarterback if they just rush for. You know, that's also a reason why you draft a guy like Jalen Phillips for games like this to get to Josh Allen. So I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think that the secondary matches up really well with the Bills' skill position players. But I don't know if you want to blitz, you know, keep on blitzing 6-7 guys and just kind of leave them one-on-one. You know, that is a really top flight offense, despite what happened last week. And you know, I think that's going to be a tough matchup. But I think that the Dolphins match up well, despite the 56-26 loss in Week 17, despite the success that Josh Allen has. I think the Dolphins have built a defense that's capable of not only standing up with the Bills, but really like the modern day offense and the offenses that go 4 or 5 wide out and pass the ball a lot.
Look, here's a reality. The Dolphins have always struggled since, you know, Josh Allen has come on the scene against Buffalo and McDermott. So I don't know what the Dolphins need to do, but I know that they need to stick to what they've been doing for the last, 2.5 years. Because if you're looking at the Dolphins right now, they shouldn't have won in Flores this first year. Nobody had them expected to win a game. They went out and won 5. Nobody had us to win more than, 5 or 6 games last year. We went out and won 10. This year, nobody has us to make the playoffs. They have the Patriots beating us. I'm telling you, I believe that we're a 13-win team this year. That is what I truly believe. And I think in order to do that, we have to go out and beat Buffalo. We have to go out and beat teams like Tampa and also Baltimore later on in the year. So, and not because Baltimore is a better team than us. We just historically struggle against a team like that. And so if you can go out and win your first 2 games against division opponents and make a statement, not only in the division, but in the NFL, I'm telling you, I think it's going to be huge for the Dolphins' confidence moving forward. And I think part of that is just shutting down Stephon Diggs. If you shut down Stephon Diggs, I think that you have such a big chance to I'm not scared of anybody else on that Buffalo offense at all. I think you shut down Stephon Diggs, you have a clear chance to win the game.
Well, Stephon Diggs is the clear wide receiver 1 on that team, and he just changed life for Josh Allen last year. I think it'll be really interesting to see what they do. Do they just put Xavier Howard on them? I'm of the mindset that they'll probably just kind of leave guys to their side. They'll leave Byron Jones on his side, leave Xavier Howard on his side, and see what happens. But the Bills also like to move Diggs around. He'll be on the slot a lot, and this is a game where I'm looking at the matchup, and I'm thinking, this is why you bring in a Justin Coleman, and you also have Nick Needham as your nickel cornerback, because you're going to see a lot of 4 wide receiver, 3 wide receiver sets. So you're going to need those extra DBs to come in and play big. You might have a couple plays where you have Diggs on Nick Needham in the slot or Justin Coleman in the slot. So you're going to need those guys to step up and play just as well as Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. And again, that's why I say I think that the depth of the Dolphins defense, specifically in the secondary, is gonna really help them.
One of the last things I want to talk about before you get out of here is the experience at Hard Rock. So Sunday is going to be your first real home game at Hard Rock.
Yeah.
You did do a preseason game.
I did.
Let me tell you, I know you've been to M&T Bank Stadium. I get it. I understand it. And I know you traveled to see, but there is nothing like a home opener or a big-time game at Hard Rock. This place is going to rock on Sunday. What are you most excited or looking forward to about on the game on Sunday down at the Hard Rock?
Just the atmosphere, man. I always love, like when I was in Baltimore driving to M&T Bank, I always loved getting out the car and from the parking lot and just walking down and seeing the tailgate, seeing everybody in all their jerseys and all their different crazy setups and everything. And then you get in, and when it's the opening kickoff, you just see the place is rocking it. Hard Rock, it's a beautiful stadium. Like it looks great. So the preseason game was cool, but these are the games that count. So I'm definitely excited to see that atmosphere and see how the fans come out.
All right. Well, look, man, I'm super excited to be doing this with you this year. This is going to be such a good, fun, awesome time. I want you to promote anything you want to promote. The Miami Herald, your I don't know if you have a link up there, but I also know you're talking about doing a podcast down the line too yourself. So I want you to promote whatever you want to promote, and obviously your social media. Where can people find you?
Yeah, well, you can find me on Twitter, just really everywhere on social media accounts at Daniel Oyefusi, first, last name. We actually do have the Dolphins in Depth podcast. It's been running for a while. I've kind of taken over the reins with that. So, every Wednesday morning we'll be posting the Dolphins in Depth podcast. I'm looking to kind of like you, kind of get a lot of insight from different areas of the NFL beat. So I know last week I had Doug Hyde, who's a former Patriots reporter. Tomorrow I'm going to be having Catherine Fitzgerald, who covers the Bills for Buffalo News. So it's kind of cool to go into enemy territory and get some insight from the team that the Dolphins are facing. But always, if you want to read what I write, read our Dolphins content, Miami Herald, MiamiHerald.com.
Guys, go check out my man Daniel. Daniel, this was fun. The first one was fun, right?
It was.
All right, look, man. Well, look, over you and all the other guys and ladies over at the Miami Herald, keep on doing your thing. And no matter what, just keep on staying truthful to whatever it is, and as long as you're honest with your assessment and how you do it, and you show some positivity in there, the fans are going to back you up all day, every day, man. So just keep doing what you're doing, Daniel. And I will see you this weekend, man. I'm coming down. I fly down Thursday night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll see you sometime this weekend, and we'll do a little social media post together.
Almost definitely, man. Thanks, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, Daniel. I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
You too, man. See ya.
See ya. All right, guys. What y'all think of that? That is the Miami Herald's beat reporter, Daniel Oyefusi. See, I said it right. I hope I said it right. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And I'm super excited to be doing that each and every Tuesday with Daniel. It'll be good times. I'm going to try to have him on here and there a little bit more too, especially if we get bigger games going on or home games. I'll try to have them on Monday to start doing Monday morning quarterback breakdown and stuff like that. So look, I'm super excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Couple of things. I saw y'all in the chat room. Number one, somebody asked, what do you get with the tailgate at East 32 Dolphins tailgate? It comes with food, and I'm not talking about just burgers and hot dogs. Like, they are like legit food. Like, it's great food there. You also get drink, alcohol is included, and I want to say you also, you obviously also get, I'll be doing a pregame show live from there. Solo D will be performing from there. It's a nice atmosphere. It's a really, really good atmosphere. It's 100% worth every penny that you pay for. So go to tailgreeter.com, type in East 32 Dolphins tailgate, pay the money. It's worth every cent. You get food, you get drink, you get good times. It's awesome. And I know a lot of what they do too is they rate some of the profit that they make goes to charity. So, East 32 does it big. They do it right. Just keep on, support the home team fans. That's all I got to say. All right. I want to hear what you guys have to say. What you guys think of Daniel's comments? I'm going to go ahead and invite you on right now. If you guys go in the chat, the link will be in there. I see y'all getting on my man, Delusional Patriots fan. Look, Delusional Patriots fan is a avid and solid supporter of Miami Sports Music's Clock Blockers. He might be a Patriots fan, but this man has been here each and every morning for months, for weeks. He supports it. So y'all get off my man's back. It's not his fault he's a Patriots fan. We just hold it against him. That's all. Okay? Delusional Patriots fan, you're cool, bro. I got your back. Andrevius Shaw says, I've been quiet this morning. You've been in your feelings. DPF. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all need to get off of each other. Where's the positivity here, man? We are a family, a Finn's family, and y'all just getting on each other this morning. I saw y'all while I was doing the interview with Daniel. Y'all were just getting on each other. I was laughing. Okay, yeah, man. I want to see y'all get on. Come on. I put the link in there. Come on. Let me hear from you. What'd you think of Daniel's reporting this morning? Did you agree with his assessments? Did you not? There's a lot of different things that we want to do, so let's do it. Irving said, Baker doesn't even know where he's supposed to play, to line up on a play, or what spot he's supposed to be at a play. Can't read or diagnose plays to save his life and or cover anyone to save his life. Look, Baker got paid because he is still a work in progress, but he's got a lot of potential. I like Jerome Baker. Jerome Baker is somebody that at the end of the day is going to be, I think, a big part of the success of this defense. Don't let some of his flaws fool you. He will get better. Mr. Ballgame says it's easy to criticize players about things you can't do. Tons of players need to get better, not just Jerome Baker. Yep. TPF, it's all good. We are just getting it in while we can. It's been a while since we were your football daddy. DPF is a target, Pamela says. Y'all leave my man alone. Oh, y'all are funny. Yeah, look, I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to put the link back into the chat box. Come on up here. Tell me what you think about what did the Dolphins need to do for Buffalo this week. What did you all think about that game last night? That game was crazy. Let me tell you about last night. So last night, that game was so good. It is hands down one of the reasons I love Twitter. Because if you went on Twitter while those last 5 to 10 minutes of the game were going on, Twitter did not let you down at all. I mean, it was good stuff last night watching that game. The moment Derek Carr got up from the bench at the end in overtime and you saw his face, I'm like, that's a meme right there. That's going to be a meme. Yeah, it's really good. Let's see here. Delusional Patriots fan, if you trying to get at me, you're gonna need to try way harder. See, yeah, Twitter went crazy. Twitter was great last night. I suck at Monday Night Football and Thursday Night Football. I always fall asleep whether it's a good game or not. Getting old, Andrevius. You're getting old, man. 100%. Yeah, Wade was supposed to join me this morning, but Wade had other prior obligations. Shout out to Wade. If Wade wants to come on, if he's able to, great. If not, totally get it. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our first guest of the day, Todd. Todd went away. Todd went away. Even the Dolphins community went crazy last night. Dude, the entire NFL went crazy last night. That game was unreal. That game was unreal last night, Roman. Unreal. All right, what's up? What's up, Russell?
Good morning, Steven. How are you, man?
Pretty good. What was that, man? It sounded like you had a whistle back there.
Oh no, it's my dresser drawer. It's got a squeak in it. I'm getting ready for work.
What's going on? I also got Todd up here too. What's up, Todd?
That game was wild.
What's going on?
Oh my God, that was wild. Derek Carr played one. I mean, that I don't honestly, I don't even want to blame that interception on him. He played phenomenal.
That
I
game
just
last night was hilarious. It was funny.
man,
And I was so upset because I didn't know that the Mannings, Peyton and Eli, were like doing a broadcast on another channel because I can't stand Monday Night Football announcers. And I didn't know till after the game, and I started seeing like the video of Peyton and Daniel. And I'm like, what is this Peyton and Daniel? Like he was trending. But I guess he did a really good job. I don't know if y'all watched that version of it, but supposedly it was really good. Todd, you there?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. What's going on?
I'm kind of irritated with Dolphin fans right now, man.
Why?
They can't be, everybody's pointing out what we did wrong. Yes, we made mistakes, but we won in Foxborough.
Say it again.
We won in Foxborough. Tua is 2-0 against Belichick. We got to enjoy this.
I'm telling you, the culture is changing. It's slowly changing, but it's changing. And I think people need to see that, for what it is. Tracy said, yo, Steven, can you tell folks about the AFC East Roundtable? Yes, tonight is going to be a really good night. Go to TD Finns Talk tonight for the AFC Roundtable show. It's going to be good. The AFC East Roundtable show, excuse me.
Master at work better honor that bet.
Yes. So I have heard.
I'm going to call him out.
So that'll be really good. Look, Todd, let me ask you, were you listening to the interview with Daniel? If so, what did you think?
It was a good interview. What I saw of it, I was driving at the time, so I was in and out. But, we need fresh blood down there with the media. We need some new people.
I know. I 100% agree. And if you're looking at a young guy like Daniel, I think he gives a fresh, honest take. He's not like he doesn't have a stake in the game for the Dolphins at this point. He's just learning from the standpoint about what being a Dolphin fan and covering the Dolphins is. He's not new to it. He's covered the Ravens for the last couple of years. But I think having somebody who has no he has no loyalty whatsoever except to his writing, I think it'll be a very fresh take to see what he does. So if you like good content, there's two places you need to go to get it. 305sports.net is the first one. Go check out Jamie Bahamas. And the second one is Daniel at the Miami Herald.
I talked to my friend from high school and junior high, Will Manso.
Okay.
So that's who, I'll always talk to him, give him a call and see what's going on.
Tell Will he needs to come on the show, man.
He is so busy, it's ridiculous because he covers everything from the Heat to you name it.
I know. Will does a lot. He definitely does do a lot. If you guys want to come on to the show and you want to hang out with Todd and Russell, I'm going to put the link in the chat description. Love to have you come on. What did you guys think of Daniel's interview? What did you think of last night's game? And what do you think of the Buffalo Bills game this weekend?
Dude, I have never seen so many turnovers back to back, at the end of a game.
That was wild. The game, it was funny because they got on the field. Everybody thought the game was over. They thought the touchdown was scored. Then the referee comes on. He's like, no, the play is under further review. Then it's 1st and goal at the half-yard line. You're like, this is a no-brainer. The game's over.
Give it to Jacobs. Let him go in.
No-brainer. And then it still wasn't over. It was so wild. And it was funny because people on Twitter were just like, oh, my God, this is crazy. This is hilarious. And it was. It was. I have not seen football like that in such a long time. And then for the Ravens to come back. And then for Lamar Jackson, Miami native, to fumble the ball twice last night.
How many overtime games did we have this week for the first week? It felt like we had a ton. Or at least, if not overtime, like down to the wire last second.
I mean, look, it was great. We had a lot of games that were – it was funny because, again, I don't do any gambling or anything like that, but I want to say somebody told, like I read somewhere last night that teams were like 14 and something. Teams that were against the spread won 14 times this weekend in the NFL, which is like unheard of in week 1. So it was the underdog week. The underdogs won. They beat the spread. Like, it was crazy. It was insane. So look, I tell people all the time, Vegas doesn't know everything. And last night, Vegas didn't know. Vegas pulled it out against the Baltimore Ravens. It was crazy.
I picked the Ravens to win that game.
Oops.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I had a terrible week in picks.
I tell you what, though, this coming week, this game means more to me than any of them. My family, I got a lot of family in Buffalo.
I tell you right now, Todd, if we come out with a victory this Sunday, it is going to light the world on fire, dude, because I'm telling you right now, that means
Russell, what did I say? What did I
say?
Yeah,
you said 2-0. I've been saying it freaking weeks ago, too. I told everybody. If we go 2-0, I want people to show me my receipts. We are definitely going to the playoffs.
Hey, the first game I ever went to was Buffalo, Miami, with my uncle who was down in Miami with me. He was from Buffalo, and he used to send me autographs from the players, from Kelly and all that and just to give me crap. But I love this game. I love Buffalo week.
A little friendly revenge on that.
I love Buffalo week.
Buffalo week is a very, very fun week. It's a very good week, but it's also a very stressful week. And it was funny because I got a text from I got text from, again, I live up here in the Baltimore area, so a lot of my friends up here were Ravens fans, and they were like, "Oh man, that was such a great Dolphins game. How was it for you?" And I'm like, "Man, that was stressful as all hell to watch. Like I was stressed at the end of that game." And I can only imagine what they went through last night. I haven't even really talked to them about last night's game, but Buffalo's going to be the same way. Buffalo's not going to be an easy win. It's going to be a very tough game. My hope is that it's a very close game. Obviously with the Dolphins winning.
My hope is the coaching staff goes, okay, we're not going to confuse Josh Allen going from zone to man, so let's stick with man to man. And
they need to have a shadow. They need to have a shadow on Josh Allen that entire game.
And on offense, and don't let it be Baker, please. On offense, stick with the RPO throughout the entire game. It works with Tua.
All right, so this is my take on Baker right now. He's still young. Did I really think he was worth the contract he got? No. But he can develop into a player that I'm not gonna that contract. I'm not, and not only that, but he's a great guy. You know what? My brother and my nephew went to the Bengals preseason game, and he walked up and signed both their hats.
No, he's a nice guy. I've seen,
he's a great role model. I mean, he's a great leader. So that shows, You
start to see where X got pissed off, though.
Oh,
you know what I mean? He didn't get paid, and he's watching Baker, and he knows Baker's not worth that contract right off the bat.
See, this is what my biggest issue with the team is, and it has nothing to do with this past game, really. It's the fact that we seem to struggle converting third downs on offense. So I really want to see that take a big step in this game versus Buffalo, and I believe it will. And if that happens, everything will click, and we're going to get better and better as the year goes.
I agree with you, Russ, but at the same time, we also need to stop third downs on defense.
Yeah, well, they were doing that's why I referenced the last year, because last year they were one of the best at stopping teams on third down.
I know, but what happened?
We need to get back to that.
I have to agree with Mr. Ballgame's take on this. Aside from a safety, Jerome is the only one that has the athleticism to get the job done. So ease up on the dude. He's a kid, bruh. I agree. Yep. We paid Jerome for what he will become, not what he has done. And what he has done, so he's already outplayed what I think he could do from the beginning. And so, and now that I've seen that, I also don't think that we've seen his ceiling yet. The kid is still
We haven't seen it. I think
hope
we'll
we
see
have.
his. I think we'll see his ceiling either by the end of this season or next season. I think it'll come together and click.
If you guys are watching right now, this is the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network morning show, #1 Miami fan show. I'm talking about clock blockers. Right now, we're doing hashtag Dolphin Chat with the fan panel. I would love to have you come on, hear your thoughts about the interview I did this morning with Daniel Oyefusi. I hope I said his name right. From the Miami Herald. Daniel's such a great sport, such a good kid. Really excited that he's going to be on with us weekly. And, I just want to get your thoughts on anything you guys want to talk about, from the Sunday Patriot game to this coming up Sunday against the Bills. What you thought about that craziness last night that was Monday Night Football. Come on up here. And I just want to hear from you. This is your show. You have the platform.
I cannot.
What do you think? Go ahead, Todd. I'm sorry.
I was going to say I can't wait to see our receiver come back, our whole receiving corps be together this week.
You ain't kidding. So I'm going to ask you both while we're up here. What are your keys to victory for our game that's coming up Sunday?
I already said mine. Keep running the RPO and play man-to-man. Stay away from the zone as much as possible.
I think you have to make Josh Allen feel very uncomfortable, and you have to stop Stephon Diggs. If you do those two things, I really don't think anything else matters. I
think we need to have a natural pass rush.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now, so far, Jalen, I mean, I know it's super early, but Jalen Phillips is a concern to me at this point because he completely disappeared in that game, in my opinion.
He didn't have a lot of snaps, but he did have some pressures. I'm not concerned about him right now because he wasn't even the focus point of our defense.
No.
We didn't have him out there a lot.
Let me bring on another person to the panel. Kelvin. What's up, Kelvin?
What's up, fellas? Coming out of Arizona,
Kelvin,
baby.
You there?
It's 6 a.m. over here.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Good morning.
Oh, man. Just got out the gym. It was late.
How are you, brother?
I'm feeling great, man.
Uh-oh.
Feeling great. It's Bills week.
You were just, what does my man The Rock say?
Fans.
Clanging and banging.
Hey, baby,
you were clanging and banging. Clanging and banging.
I got to sweat out the Hennessy from this weekend, man. You got to sweat it out.
I like you, Kelvin. Kelvin, where are you calling from, man?
I'm not going to lie, man. I have a different take. So, when it comes to football, I don't care what you do between the 30s. You got to score. We play a lot of zone, which is very annoying. But we tighten up in man. And that's where things start to get iffy for offenses. The Patriots scored how many field goals? Was it two in the red zone? When normal Dolphin games, bro, we would have got blew out. I'm sorry, bro. We got blew out. 2-3 years ago, we would have lost that game badly because they kept driving. But we stiffened up in the red zone. If that's our game plan, I don't have a problem with it. Because at the end of the day, you got to score, baby.
Got to put points on the board.
We would have been blown out 2 or 3 years ago, but that was also with Brady there. We got lucky that we had a rookie in there that couldn't take advantage of being in that red zone with that tightened up defense.
He looked awfully familiar to Tom, I'll tell you that much.
But we were giving him everything underneath. Just give it
what we do.
Gift wrap.
I think that's our defense, man. I know it sucks to say, but I think we're going to give up everything underneath, no big plays, and you have to score in the red zone. We're going to force you to score in the red zone, which is the hardest thing to do in the NFL. Look at the Raiders. They were hollering, hooping, and hollering. They was at the 1. And then they went in overtime. It is hard to score in the red zone.
I like what Mr. Ballgame just says. Jason Taylor wasn't good until year 3. And this is in reference to Baker. We just need to be patient with Baker, people. I'm telling you, Baker's going to be a huge asset to this team, 100%. Chef Zhu agrees with Calvin. I want them to stop playing so much of the Matt Burke zone coverages. It's not working. It's been a problem since the Philbin era. And look, I think flip side said the issue with man, one mistake is you get burned. I think that's why they are playing so much zone. Maybe they need more balance of zone and man.
that's what got me in the game, though. That's the only thing that really bothered me. Was remember when Sperano was coach, we went ahead and did the Wildcat, and we did it nonstop throughout the game. We had New England on their heels.
Yeah.
Why didn't we do the same thing on that first drive? At least do it 2 or 3 drives to see if it's going to keep them on their heels, and if it did, keep going, keep killing them.
EM Dolphin, I want you up here, man. I just put the link to the chat in. Come up here, EM and Mr. Ballgame. You guys both should come up here as well as Andrevius. I would love to hear.
Oh Lord, you want to start the Baker debate up here with EM and Ballgame? I see what you're trying to do.
I mean, hey, look, EM equals clicks.
Hey, did you guys like the way Dieter played, man?
I was impressed with Dieter.
Yeah.
I have to admit, the one big thing that I've been wrong about this entire off season going into the season is Dieter.
You hated Dieter.
I did.
I did. About Dieter.
I'll admit it. I'll 100% admit it. I'll eat my words. There's one thing people cannot say
I
about
actually
me.
supported the kid, and I thought he was going to win the starting job before there.
I thought Matt Skura was the guy.
And I will say this: I got to see Tua step up in the pocket, something I didn't see last year.
You know what I like about Dieter is that it's his 3rd year. Give people time, man.
Give but time. What? This is Baker's 4th year?
Baker's no.
Yeah, I think this.
You also gotta understand what college he came from.
And Baker's not Jason Taylor too. Like, let's just get that straight. But it's
but
you know, time for him to get progressed.
That's where he excels. Though they should have used him more in a pass rushing situation.
I think as the season progresses,
with getting after the quarterback.
Yeah, I think you will. All right, real quick, let me bring on these two gentlemen. Spurs fan himself and EM Baller. What's up, gentlemen?
Good morning, Phyllis. What's going on? Man, y'all sound like y'all bought Jerome Baker jerseys, and I'm trying to sit here and actually defend that crap that y'all are spewing at y'all about. My goodness, man. Jerome Baker is garbage, y'all. Y'all need to accept that. He's in his 4th year, bro. It don't take that long. It does not take that long. Either you got it at that position or you don't, bro. And he don't have.
Finally, a Spurs fan makes sense.
Man, good morning, Estefan. It's so good to hear you come on.
Yeah. Well, I gotta put y'all back into reality because y'all over here, trying to defend a guy that's in his 4th year. It's ridiculous. You got Micah Parsons in his 1st game. How many times did you hear his name in that game? A rookie, bro. No, I don't want to hear it, bro. He can contribute, but he should have never got paid that contract. He's an glorified linebacker, and y'all bought his jersey. Y'all know that's why y'all are up here talking that smack.
I don't have Jerome Baker's jersey. I have Sammy Guevon's, but
I don't have his jersey either.
You sound like that old 90s back to life, back to reality. That's what you said.
Oh, I didn't hear your take, Russell, bro. I usually I respect your opinion most of the time, bro, but I heard some of this defending Jerome Baker crap, bro. I ain't having it.
Look, this is where I stand with Baker. First and foremost, as of right now, I do not trust that guy in pass coverage. That's my biggest concern with him at this point. But I believe that.
But you know what's funny? We had people up here. Was it last week? Everybody was trying to sit here and trying to clown McKinney for pass coverage, and supposedly this guy can, and he's not doing it in his 4th year, bro. You don't need you do not need McKinney to cover passes, bro. All you need McKinney him to do is plug that A and B gap. That's it, bro. You can scheme around him with other players, bro. That's what you got out. That's why I was telling y'all you got outside linebackers for that, bro. You don't need McKinney to do that. And what did they how many times were they in 3rd and short, bro? You know that would have never been there for Mac Jones had you plugged that gap.
Who?
Exactly.
Well, you know what? Landon Roberts is usually the one that takes care of that right there. And number two, we cannot expect a perfect game week one. It's just you can't, Esta. You got to be a hair more patient with this team. Some teams, you got to understand. Flores starts off. His teams have traditionally started off slow. Well, guess what? We still started off kind of slow and rocky, but we got the W. That's really the point of the situation.
All right.
So just give it another game or two at least.
I agree with
you can't settle and be okay with how you won. That you can always get better. You can always get better.
Estefan, hold on, Estefan. Let me explain why I believe that you're straight wrong. Okay, number one, and I know this is not your take. Let me get that straight. Okay, I know this.
Yeah, but I'm not wrong. I'm 100% right. Go ahead.
Okay. I know you don't 100%, but I'm gonna put you in this group with most fans. Okay, you feel that these players have to be mistake-free and elite from the get-go. They can't have any type of mistake. And God forbid they have any type of mistake, get rid of them. They're not who, they can't win. Look, everybody has flaws. And everybody takes time to progress. You're not going to get Zach Thomas right away. You're not going to get who else? Jason Taylor right away. You're not going to get Wakezilla right away. Those things don't just happen overnight.
Okay, I agree, but here's the problem.
This is a 4-year guy. We're talking about a 4-year guy, bro.
My patience has run out after 3 years. You're right. You're not going to get what you're talking about right away. But you're getting a guy.
Are we up here talking about Javon Holland? No, I didn't even call out Julian Phillips, bro. He wouldn't. I mean, where was he at? You know what I mean? If you really want to be real, we're talking about a 4-year guy that was getting barbecued in the past game and couldn't play the run, bro.
Yeah, he can't. He gets washed out with the blocking in the run game too. So what are you there for if you can't get up there and make the plays at the line of scrimmage and you can't cover?
You got to, bro. You got to.
Rashad, what's up, Rashad?
Morning, fellas.
Do you have any take on this?
I'm just now getting here.
Well, welcome.
We're debating Jerome Baker.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
perfect reaction.
Here we go.
I mean, I love the guy, but we can't keep him in the middle. He got to get outside. I mean, he did okay. He didn't do as bad as.
Did Baker lead the team in tackles last year?
Yes, but they were 10 yards
after he got drugged to their first down, which is going to happen with Josh Allen. He's going to drag his ass for 10 yards to get the first down.
You can't be happy with their leading tackle.
Ran over, bro.
Esteban, but he's the one who made the tackle.
Thank you.
Those running backs.
I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear it.
But those running backs got past a lot of people.
That's ridiculous, bro.
He was just the last person to get.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you going to get mad at Baker when it sounds like other people weren't doing their job?
We should be mad
because as the linebacker, you should be attacking the line of scrimmage and making the play there. He can't do that because he gets blocked too easy.
Do you remember Zach Thomas, Todd? Zach Thomas was at all sides of the field making tackles.
Yes,
you could make that same argument with him.
But he made a ton of tackles at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage, and he came up with key turnovers when needed.
And he was there ahead of the runner when he would plug a gap. He would diagnose it. He would pre-diagnose it before the game snapped the ball, bro.
Hey, what would happen? I've seen Zach Thomas take down Jerome Bettis in the backfield. What would happen with Baker and Jerome in a head-to-head? Come on now.
Why are we comparing Hall of Fame linebackers to Jerome Baker, a third-round pick?
He's getting paid like a damn Hall of Fame linebacker.
That was
You could have used that money to go get Lindsey or a lineman, bro. Look at what the Chargers did for Herbert. And Herbert looked ridiculous against the Redskins. Absolutely ridiculous how good that kid looked.
As much flack
I don't want to hear it, man. That's a top five. That's predicted to be a top 5 defense, bro. And he shredded them, bro. Obliterated that defense, bro. In the past game, it wasn't even close, bro. That kid ball, bro. And we spent money on Jerome Baker. Pat yourself on the back end.
Kelvin, go ahead. Go ahead, Kelvin.
I'm just saying, man. Jerome Baker does what he's supposed to do, which is rush the passer, and he did not have a good game in the pass coverage.
Yeah.
But he's not a run blocker. We all know this. They just have to figure it out. They tried with McKinney, but obviously he just wasn't the type of linebacker they need. This team is different, man. They're not traditional.
You don't pay a guy that only excels in one facet of being a linebacker, bro. You got to be able to do both if you're going to get paid like that.
Well, you know what?
I guarantee you.
I mean, he does do both.
Well, I guarantee you, if McKinney played against New England, they would not be in 3rd and short all day.
Hey, is this D1 smoking that Mac Jones pack?
Yes, this is D1.
What's up, D1?
Good morning, everybody. What's up, Steven?
First of all, I love your name today. Smoking that Mac Jones pack.
You know, for as much
I mean, you
flack
guys
as
have
we've
a
been
point
giving
about
Baker,
You guys have
as
a
much
point.
flack as we've been giving him, why don't we give a little shade over to AVG, who I felt like played a very bad game, and he should be
He did.
taking that next step.
Definitely.
You want to
didn't
talk about
play
a bad
well
game?
either.
What about Christian?
You know, hey, Russell, he did, but it's not a consistent thing with him. If it becomes consistent, that'll be a problem. But right now, it's a one game. Normally, he plays well. I can't hold that one game against the man.
I would like. I rewatched the game again yesterday night.
Well, AVG needs to improve setting the edge. That's his weak spot, and he's not showing improvement in that area. So guess what? Then that means he's one-dimensional as well. Just like Jerome Baker.
Yeah, but he's actually shown you that he can do that.
I think we should.
When Jerome Baker has shown you that he can't multiple times, bro.
I'll rewatch the game. I feel like we should put AVG in the middle and Jerome Baker on the outside. I've been saying this since the season ended last year. Jerome Baker just makes more plays on the outside. In the open field, that's where he makes his plays. You can see when he was forcing fumbles, chasing down Cam Newton, or when he came from the outside and got that sack on Pat Mahomes.
Steve, I got to call out this delusional Patriots fan whenever he's done, man. I got to call him out, bro.
Yeah. Jerome Baker's a 4-3 outside linebacker.
Yeah,
and he'd be good at that spot.
Exactly. And AVG, he literally he can attack, like he reads, like he can see the whole opening and he knows how to hit it. That's why I hate that we have him outside.
Go ahead, D1.
I rewatched the game last night and I noticed a few things. One about Jerome Baker, about his play, like y'all been bringing up, but we did not blitz him at all yesterday. We rarely blitz Baker. We rarely blitz Baker, in that New England game. And also, I feel as though, as much as we love this defense and say it's going to be elite, I think this defense is not done yet. We're not done building it.
I feel like
there's still some pieces. There's still some pieces that we're missing. Our secondary is top notch, but we're still missing some pieces on that line and in that front, basically that front seven. We don't have that Dante Hightower like Flores would need to have. We don't have that. We don't have that. Exactly, not yet. But we don't have Dante Hightower. We don't even have Lawrence Guy on the line.
Hey, any news on Raekwon?
If Jaleel Phillips doesn't make an impact like tomorrow, Jamin Davis was sitting there right there for the take, and he got drafted right after him.
I gotta say something about Jamin.
I'm just saying, bro. And
wait, so after 2 games, we're gonna write him off as a bust?
I'm not saying he's not as a bust, but I'm just saying if he doesn't, you had a guy that there was multiple guys.
Hold on, Estefan, I love you. You're my brother from another mother, but that is the problem with this fan base. You are ready to write somebody off after 2 games.
Exactly.
Come on, bro.
I'm not ready to write him off.
Steven,
you said that not me, but has he shown up? Answer me that. Has he shown up?
Can I say something?
No, he hasn't.
Jalen Phillips doesn't have the stats, but he put some bruising on Mac Jones. Like when he rushes the quarterback, it's a whole different. Literally, is night and day. And also, nobody
gonna turn him loose already.
That's
also,
exactly how I feel.
and also, they're not going to talk about, bruh.
I'm not
Watching
writing
that
him
game
off
last
though.
night,
I never said that.
rewatching that game last night, bro. There was 3 holding calls on Jalen Phillips that they didn't even freaking call. Like there was at least 3 that I counted that Phillips had his man beat and they held him. They didn't
I got
call
it
it.
too, but yeah.
Hey,
Like
Steven, can I
he
add
was
to what you
driving
said?
that offensive line.
Yeah.
Crazy. It was
You
one
said the
play.
problem is with Dolphin fans giving up on players after 2 games, right?
Yeah.
The other problem is
one game.
the other problem is when we hold on to them too long, i.e., Tannehill. You know, when you stick with the player
Oh,
too
Todd,
long.
don't bring up Tannehill. Please don't bring up Tannehill, Todd. Use another player.
But we hold on to wanting players for too long, you know, like a Baker.
All right, so Todd, again, I love you.
I think the guy that I would cherish is Jarvis Landry, bro.
Guys,
if I'm going to go there and I'm going to hold on to a guy.
Hold on. How often do I call you guys out? I don't call you guys out often. Okay, that's not my game. But y'all are wrong on this. Y'all are straight wrong on this, and here's why.
All the time.
Number one, Coach Flo knows how to coach up players, and Jerome Baker each year has gotten better. So I'm not gonna bring somebody.
That's true.
I'm not gonna hang somebody out to dry off of one game, a game in which we won. Okay, that's one. And by the way, he was also our leading tackler last year. Number 2, when it comes to guys not making an impact right away, somebody like or Jalen Phillips or Liam Eichenberg or whatever. Again, these guys are rookies. Allow them the time. Allow them to make mistakes. Allow them to have bad games. It's gonna happen.
So listen, I was impressed with Eichenberg. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, he did good. He did good for his first game.
And actually, Steven, you weren't right on that bet, bro. Because did he start at right tackle? No, who started at right tackle? No, that was the guy that I said was going to start at right tackle, and I know he didn't have an amazing game, but Jesse Davis was in there at right tackle, bro.
He got
so technically, you are still wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. Hey,
but I give it to him though. I give it to him though. There was I'm not gonna put anybody's name out there or names. But yeah, there was people that weren't impressed. I thought for a rookie, I thought he handled himself well because I've seen rookies get put in that position and they completely blow it. They blow the game for a team because they won't stop getting holding penalties and jumping off sides, bro. So I thought for a rookie, his discipline was there, and you could give him some mistakes. It wasn't too much to overcome.
Andrevius says you just be loud and wrong.
Andrevius, I'm glad we're being wrong. I'd rather be wrong, bro, because I'm wrong too much. Just like I told you about the Patriots run game and that defense, that's exactly why that game was so tight. I called it way ahead of time.
Todd, what's up?
Eichenberg played extremely well against the Bill Belichick defense, especially when you go look at what happened over in Tennessee with Lewin giving up 5 sacks.
Yep.
You know, you got to look at it. Belichick knows how to exploit rookies, and he could not exploit Eichenberg to get sack after sack on Tua.
Eichenberg is going to be just fine, fellas.
Dieter had some reps yesterday. Oh my God! I mean,
I was so wrong about Dieter, but he looks good.
Did y'all see that play
when he got benched?
Did y'all see that play where he had there was a double team, I think, with Solomon, and he came off his dude, blew back around.
Picked up the end. Yeah.
Yes,
that was fire. That was fire,
bro, man. I love him for that, bro. I love him for that, man.
What about that play with Michael Dieter?
You started to see why Dieter earned it, bro, and why Flores is. Yeah, go ahead.
What's up, Pete? What's going on, guys? Good morning to everybody.
Pete, the floor is yours.
And here goes the controversy.
What do you mean, Todd? I know that's Todd. That's Todd up here with us today.
Yep.
We got
what's going on, Pete?
What's going on to everybody? I don't know. I'm just tuning in right now, catching up to see what's going on.
Well, all right. So let me catch you up so far. So far this morning, we had an amazing
Really
interview with
talking about
Daniel.
rookies being a bust after one
I'll
game.
get there. I'll get there. So far, we had the Miami Herald beat reporter Daniel Oyefusi. I hope I said it right. Daniel came on.
If not, it could be very offensive if you say it wrong.
Hey, look, man, I'm trying. Man. Whatchamacallit? He came on, had a great interview here, and then for the last 30 or 40 minutes, we've talked about how Jerome Baker's horrible and he can't be a good linebacker and he just needs to go. We never should have paid him the money. He's so horrible, and how Jerome and how Liam Eichenberg is just so bad. I can't believe we let him play, and I can't believe Jalen Phillips. We haven't seen Jalen Phillips play. I mean, God, how do you spend that money on a draft pick and then he not produce after one game? I'm just saying.
Well, you got a point. Look, I give two.
I was being facetious.
I know.
What's the point? I don't have no point.
Got going on, but to the guys out there, Steve, that are complaining and crying about Eichenberg, to me, the hardest position in the NFL to transition to is offensive line. You have to give Austin Jackson, Robert Hunt, Kenley, and also Eichenberg, all these 1 or 2 year guys, they're growing.
Do you know what transition means? Do you know what transition means?
Jalen Phillips is a little concerning. I do not see.
Oh my God, Pete, not you.
Moves. Wait, I don't see any big flashy move. It's only
Pete,
game
it was one game. Pete.
I know that. You got to let me finish, Steve. I know it's only game one, but I was paying attention to him. He didn't get all the snaps like I thought he would. That's number one. That's my biggest concern. I want to see this guy on defense in every single snap. I promise you. But it's not happening. So that's my only concern to those guys. Do I think he's a bust yet? Not yet. Obviously, it's year one, game one. Let's see him grow and get better as the year goes on.
Oh my God,
y'all make it real depressing sometimes. I'm just saying.
Is this really you, Pete? For you to give the Dolphins O-line that type of credit, is this really you?
I've been trying to listen. I've been telling you guys from day one, stop crying about this offensive line. We're young. We're gonna figure it out.
I've never heard you say that, Pete. What are you talking about? I never heard him say this.
I've been the one telling you guys, stop complaining about offensive line. Stop.
No, you haven't. Cut it out.
Hey Pete.
I think
my main reason behind that was because Tua is little quick gun, right? That's my number one. He's gonna throw the ball so fast to the check down that the offensive line is gonna be good.
He wasn't thrown to the check down this past week.
That's exactly what I was about to say, Todd.
I think as the season goes on, this O-line is going to get better. And as the season goes on, we're going to realize that actually the O-line played a good game versus the Patriots defense. As the week go by.
I think good.
And to everybody who says the game was scripted, the first.
I don't like PFF, but we got a top 3 running back in the NFL after week 1, according to PFF. Miles Gaskin is rated number 2.
It was killing it.
Miles Gaskins can play.
I don't know why we stopped running the ball.
Stephen D's only been saying that for 6 weeks that there's no point in worrying about the running back. Have I not been saying that?
I said that too.
Stephen, you want to hear another one? If you ignore the snap counts on the stats, Malcolm Brown and Miles Gaskins are both PFF rated top 10 running back for week 1.
They both did great.
Hey, you know what?
And probably had the least amount of touches out of all the other running backs.
I don't know why we don't run that. I don't get that, man. Miles Gaskins has the vision, bro, and Malcolm Brown actually didn't do too bad at all, man. He did what we wanted a big back to do.
Burn the clock in the fourth quarter.
I'm not done there, guys. PFF is making me happy after week 1. Guess who else made top 10 or top 7? Devontae Parker.
Did he really?
Hey, Pete,
he had an 83.
Why don't you go and tell him how lowly graded Jerome Baker was?
That's the guy. You see, that's the only guy about Estefan. That's the one I've been ignoring. Not on, right?
Hey, somebody turn off their thing.
How low was Jakeem Grant rating? Oh, he didn't have one.
By the way, everybody who wants to talk about the first drive of the first half and second half being scripted, it was scripted by Tua because he was back in the pistol. He had to choose whether to run or throw, depending on what the defense showed.
What he was
That's
seeing.
With the RPO.
Yep.
It was scripted by Tua.
Here,
And by the way, don't get me started on Jakeem Grant because he played such a big game. He was such a pivotal role in the game.
He's such a baller.
Hey, I'll tell you
They
this:
couldn't
Bill
touch him,
Belichick.
Steven.
Bill Belichick was scared of him
They
because
couldn't put a hand on that guy.
Bill Belichick was scared of Jakeem Grant when it comes to return because usually he
We're not
likes
talking
to
about
kick it to the
return. We talking
returner.
about wide receiver.
Oh, that's talking about as a receiver. Oh, I mean, he barely was on the field as a receiver. He didn't have
He
many
was
snaps.
out there. He was out there. They always make excuses for him when he don't do nothing.
He
He's
won't be
trash.
out there this week. He'll be out in punt return and kick return.
Andrevius?
But
Really,
barely had any
Andrevius?
snaps.
That's what you want to say? Somebody tell me what Kirk Merritt's rating was.
Really?
The same as
The
Jakeem
same as
Grant.
King Grant.
Yeah,
Right.
the same as what Jakeem had. Yep.
Why? I think I know why Andrevius is saying that. All the infatuation, love on this channel for Mr. Kirk Merritt.
Hey, who is the president of Kirk Merritt's fan club?
Me.
Not you.
He got the same rating as Grant.
I am the president of
Kirk
When you
Merritt's
got
fan club.
up here trying to cut Jakeem Grant and multiple other
He
receivers
should have been cut.
for Kirk Merritt, you lead that train.
That's true.
Anybody see that comment from the JC Jackson on tour?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody seen that?
Salty that you
Hater.
lost.
Why he mad? Why you mad,
He was
JC
getting
Jackson?
mossed by Devontae Parker.
He was like, "Oh, if you take away Tua's first read, we all know what he's gonna do. He's just gonna throw it up." Like, okay, all right, JC
And he couldn't
Jackson.
defend it.
Yeah, okay.
Stop it
Maybe a
then.
couple
You
times.
know what you're
Stop
doing.
it then. Don't get me
That is
Well, what is?
listen. That is true to a point.
Nah.
It really is. That's not even a lie. What JC Jackson is saying, I can't even argue with that guy.
Tua threw up one ball. The interception.
When has he
admitted
just
that
thrown
was
the
trying to
ball
throw
up, Pete?
away.
When has he just thrown the ball up, Pete?
It's been manageable game. Wait till we get into
When
like
has he just thrown the ball up, Pete? You don't never answer the
we
question.
have to play comeback mode or something. Wait, it's a long
When
season.
did he just throw the ball up, Pete? Answer the question.
Well, he threw one up and got intercepted and got
So
smacked.
he
No.
did that all last year.
He was trying to throw the
Hey,
ball
you
away.
know what? I don't want to hear anybody ever in their entire YouTube Dolphin fandom life ever
What's this about?
tell
Do
me
y'all
that Tua
anybody
isn't
know?
100% right now. That guy bounced up off of that hit when he threw that interception. His hip
What's
is
this about? Adam Beasley put out. This is not good, bro. What the hell's that about?
What happened?
Just now.
He just tweeted. He tweeted. That was not. It's recent. It's about the time your show started, I believe. He just tweeted. This is not good. What exactly? What the hell is he talking about?
I'm on Adam Beasley's tweets right now. I didn't see anything.
He might be talking about Raekwon Davis.
That was 13
That's what I'm
hours ago.
thinking.
He was
Yeah,
talking
heard
about the
anything
game
about
last
Raekwon
night.
Davis at all.
He was talking about the Ravens game.
Oh my God, that
Why he come?
yesterday, what? That was so entertaining.
Bro, I made
It
so
was
much
like
money
one of the best games I've ever watched in a long time.
Okay. So,
Yeah, we least expected the Raiders
is
put on some
Estefan
hell
still
of a
up here? Estefan, you wanted to call out delusional Patriots fan?
Yeah, bro. It was like a one-sided bet. I was supposed to change my thumbnail, which thank God I had to. I love this thumbnail I got. Anyways, bro, I didn't even get my part in this bet that I wanted, bro. Delusional Patriots fan, you need to get your butt up here on this panel, bro. You need to get up here. That's how I want you to fulfill the bet, bro. So, you know what I mean?
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Delusional
Come on,
Patriots
man.
fan.
Delusional Patriots fan, please come to the principal's office. Delusional Patriots fan to the principal's office. Thank you.
You know how them Patriots fans run. He ain't gonna do it. Where did Pete go?
Pete Dunn left. Pete Dunn left. I love it. All right, so
Hey,
guys, let me
I get tired of it.
Kelvin,
yo,
yo, my guy, what do you think? What do you think
I just get tired of
about Buffalo Bill? What do you think about the Buffalo Bill game on Sunday, man?
there's three things that we got to do. Contain Josh Allen, number one. We can't let him run around. We cannot let him run around. That has to be that's like numero uno. Contain him. If we contain him and we do a rest set, run the RPO, it's gonna be a slugfest. It's gonna be a nail biter. But we gotta contain Josh Allen and keep the RPO going, and I think we'll be all right.
Hey, real quick, can somebody tell me what this is? I'm about to share it on the screen because I have no context for this. What was Wilkins saying to Kyle Van Noy?
You mad, bro? You mad?
Kyle Van Noy made one play fucking nuts. Oh, sorry, swear jar, but he went absolutely
swear jar.
He was butthurt, bro.
He made two
Kyle Van
plays
Noy-
and he was going all crazy, and then at the end of the day, he took a L.
Kyle Van Noy was upset after the game. Like, if you see Tua go over there and try to embrace him, he tried to like hold him off. Like, he wasn't.
He was
talking
whispering in his ear, "Who's your daddy?"
Dolphins.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Yeah,
Other Dolphins was trying to like say what's up to him. He didn't want to say what's up. He didn't want to say what's up to Tua, but Tua like came over and like gave him some love, thanked him for sucking. You know.
Hey, Steven.
This is pretty good.
Steven.
Kyle Van
it was
Noy
like
wanted to win this game so bad.
It was like the Godfather when he kissed him. And it was like Vito. I know it was you.
Vito, I know it was you. Mwah. Yes, yes. Great movie reference. Yeah. By the way, I didn't see anybody, not one person, get up on national TV and say that I was wrong about the Patriots and Dolphins. Not one national TV host did it. It was so sad that they know that they're wrong and still don't want to admit that they're wrong.
No, what was
They were just
sad
giving
was
Mac
how
Jones praise. That's pretty much it.
It was all Mac Jones. Oh, he sounds like Belichick. Oh, he looked pretty good. Check down Charlie over there did nothing impressive.
Down Charlie.
He got a couple of big completions versus the zone, and he threw it 2-3 yards from the line of scrimmage and let his receivers take what they can get. They just fell forward.
There's nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, the kid looked good. I
There's
gotta give
nothing
it to
wrong
him.
with it.
He look. If Tua would have done the same thing that Mac Jones did, those big plays that he was looking for would have been there later on, bro. I just got to call it how I see it. If Tua would have had more checkdown plays, he would have had closer to 300 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
really,
that's facts, bro.
Exactly. My whole thing.
I mean, there's room to grow, bro. I mean, it's not like Tua was perfect, but I mean, he wasn't. But when we needed him, those opening drives of the game in the second half, he was there. So you got I give him credit.
That's the thing. My whole
the filler
thing
needs
is
to be there.
When Mac Jones did it,
who
you can see he knows what you can see he knows what he's doing. You can see the potential, and the guy is taking what the defense is giving him. But when Tua did it, Tua's afraid to get downfield. He doesn't trust his offensive line. I don't know about this guy.
What did Stephen A. Smith say, Rich? Go ahead.
Like it's ridiculous in my eyes. I mean, keep the same energy. Just because he's coached by Bill Belichick, there's this thing that he's going to be Brady-esque or something like that. And since we have had no good quarterbacks since Marino, really, it's this second-year quarterback compared to Marino. We ignore the fact that Tua actually had a pretty good game.
Dolphins safety Javon Holland was the highest graded rookie in the league week 1, 82.5 overall grade, a forced fumble, 0 targets, and 16 coverage snaps.
Hey, that boy reminds me of Earl Thomas, man. I see all comments running around.
He was
Hey,
the second highest
why
rated
don't you
player
go
on the
ahead and put
defense.
Jerome Baker's grade up there for everybody to see,
Oh my
Steven?
God, I'm not going to do that. You're killing me, Smalls.
He was the second highest rated player on our defense.
You look good.
Hey, so if Jerome Baker has a pick six against Josh Allen, I can't wait.
You ain't never lie, son. You ain't never lie. Because I'm a boy. That's gonna
Are
be a
we
great show
talking
Monday
Bills?
morning.
Are we talking Bills Dolphins today?
We
Because
can
I know
talk
today.
Bills Dolphins.
I know today was y'all day to nitpick. Yesterday was mine. Because after Sunday is when I'm all excited. I get all my energy, and then I gotta dig deeper into it later that night. That's why Monday I came on so heated a little bit. But I'm over that. I'm ready for this Bills game. Kinda, sorta.
Hey, Bills fans are spooked. I work out with a Bills fan, and he is like
He's scared.
nervous. He's nervous because they know
I'm
we walked in New England and beat them. They weren't expecting that, and they took an L at home. Now you got to come in this 95 humid South Florida heat, and y'all been chilling in 80-degree weather in New York.
I feel like something we didn't do last week that we gotta bring to the Bills. We gotta bring that zero blitz out. We got
A
to.
middle linebacker, what?
We gotta bring
I
one
Look,
of
also
those.
feel like Bill Belichick was a little scared of not Bill Belichick. Brian Flores was giving too much respect to Mac Jones. He didn't want him to be the
I
steep
feel
fish.
like I think he was trying to play chess with Bill Belichick and lost. That's all it was. Because I'm sure he was like, "Oh, Bill's gonna expect me to blitz his rookie all game, zero blitz this and all of this."
shout out to Pete with the $5 donation.
And he like,
Thank you, Pete.
he like, I think I seen 1-0 blitz, like zero blitz all game. Like we
Well,
But
kept.
what I did like,
I,
but
I
what I
gotta
did
say this
like is
though,
that
when you guys were talking about containing Josh Allen, that's why we got Phillips. This is the game where you should see what he was drafted for. He was drafted specifically to contest a guy like Josh Allen
Hey,
because he
real
got the
quick.
size to bring him down. He can play the pass, and he's got a good tutelage as far as like the diversity he comes with his pass rush. He showed multiple looks in college. It just, I understand he's a rookie. I get that.
Hey, Estefan, hold up. Two things. Number one, I want to ask this panel question in a second, but Larry says he's not letting you on his show until you change your icon.
Not happening, Larry. See you later, bro.
Panel, what are Buffalo's weaknesses after watching them play last week, and how do we exploit them?
They're secondary.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Secondary.
Tre'Davious White didn't look like the Trey White of before because didn't he get paid this offseason?
He sure did.
Mm-hmm. You know what was the question when they get paid?
How what? Say that again.
You know what happened to corners when they get paid? Get paid. They don't play well the next year. It's proven.
We need to run the ball. We need to expose their run defense. Simple
we
as
do
that.
Need to run the ball.
You know how much that would help Tua if we ran the damn ball? You know what I mean? Like it don't even have to be like a mysterious bro. Just line up in power eye and run it right down their damn throats, bro. And Tua's gonna get to take a longer look at that defense and how they're setting up while he's out there on the field. And he's gonna be a whole lot better. I'm telling you, he'll be 10 times better if they just run the damn ball, bro. I'm telling you, if Miles Gaskins hits 100 yards, bro, Tua's going off.
Yeah, I'll take
you might as well just book it, bro.
Give me
Pete
a couple
says,
check
that
down.
nice knowing you. You're a loss.
He's nuts, Larry. That's all I got to say. He's nuts.
Oh man,
Hey,
y'all two are funny.
can we say that we might this year? We really might have the pass to set up the run, like that RPO pass to start our run game.
I mean, I don't know how to answer that because I don't have one theory one way or the other. I just know we have to come out and dominate and make a statement against Buffalo, because if we don't, it's going to set a tone for the next 3 or 4 weeks,
and I don't want that. I feel like if we come out of this 2-0, bruh, like I don't. What did I say after after 5 games? I said 4-1, didn't I? I said Dolphins were going to be 4-1, maybe 5-0.
Steven,
I'll go 4-1.
oh, you're going to the game, right?
Yep, I'll be there. I fly out Thursday night.
I need you to paint your top, bro. Whatever shirt you're gonna wear, bro, you need to paint it on your body, bro.
Bro, I ain't about
I
that life.
I
No,
need
sir.
you. I need you to drink some beer and go into that stadium and stand up the whole time and yell to the top of your lungs, bro. Will you please do that for me, bro? Will you get on to the people around you, bro, and tell them to get off their asses, bro?
I'm not about that life, no sir.
I know Wade is, bro. He looks like that dude. Wade looks
Hey
like that
man,
dude.
I don't know to repeat to just comment off that piggyback off that comment. I don't know if we're strong enough or good enough to just run it up the middle, mano y mano, against the Bills. I think we got to out scheme them because Brian Flores definitely out coached Bill Belichick to win that game. The way we set it up the last drive,
He almost out coached himself.
Yeah,
Throwing that
that's
out
one
there.
thing as well. We like to get cute. We can't get too cute against the Bills. Like we got to keep it a little vanilla. We love to get cute, which is annoying, but it is what it is.
I mean, it worked. I just they almost didn't. Only Estefan. I can't believe you asked Stephen D to do that. Wow. Yeah, bro. I agree, Chef Shu. I don't know what he was thinking. Wade won't wear a shirt. Wade don't ever wear a shirt to the game.
See, bro, and that's why we have this image with amongst other fan bases, bro, that we don't even show.
Estefan.
But it's all right, Steven. That's all right, bro.
Estefan. Larry says he's politely asking you to please remove it. He really wants you to remove it.
All right, Larry. I love you. I love you, Larry. I love you, bro. I'm gonna remove it, bro. As soon as I get off this show, I'm gonna remove it for you, bro. I promise.
See?
I'll try to do it right now.
See, that's what I do here. I bring people together. That's what I try to do. Now, I can't say what he's probably going to change it to. I hope it's nothing. Kelvin. Oh, man. All right. Hey, is anybody up here going to a game this week? Or is anybody going to the game?
Nah, I'm going to be in Vegas, though, because I live in Arizona.
Okay.
So I'm going to the Vegas game.
Dude, I saw some pictures last night from Vegas, bro. Like that looks crazy over there.
It's wild, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna make it back. That's gonna be the problem.
Trying to figure out which games I'm gonna go to this season. Because I'm trying to do a little bit more traveling in the country. I want to do New Orleans. So I was trying to do go here, go there the next week, but we go see. I don't know. I'm all the way in Cali, so it's difficult.
In the chat room right now, if you're going to the game on Sunday, let me know. I'd love to have you come on to the panel real quick. Tell me if you're coming down to the game. I'll put the link to the chat in the panel.
All right, I'm about to get ready for work, man.
Hey, Kelvin, you're the man, brother. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Fins up. Talk to you tomorrow.
Fins up. Chef Ju says, I'll be there. Hope to see y'all out there. Stephen D, hope to see you also, fam. Hey, I'll be out there. Whatchamacallit? Doing a live pregame show. Should be fun. Like it. Rashad, what did you think about any other game? Did you watch the game last night?
The Raiders game?
Yeah, that Raiders-Ravens game.
Yeah, I was at work. And I stay in Oakland. I live in Oakland, and unfortunately, all my employees are Raiders fans, so they kept running to the back. So I just sat back there with them and watched the game a little bit.
I hate that team, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. I absolutely despise that team. I hate that team.
Estefan, you weren't able to change the picture?
No, I don't know how to do it, bro. I'll change it later. Sorry, Larry.
You hate the Ravens or the Raiders?
The Raiders, bro. I live in San Antonio, bro. They basically used this city like it was part of their negotiation process to try to get that stadium. they're out here surveying and stuff between Austin and San Antonio because there's a decent population here. Football fans, bro, and we're not all Cowboy fans. So I
Right.
would have paid to go to games regardless if it was the Dolphins or not, bro. And I was actually hoping that the Bills would go to Austin, man, because I got one
That
game
could
a
still
year where I get
happen.
to go see the Dolphins, bro. You think it'll still happen, Steven?
I think it still could happen until that thing is like officially in like they break ground on it. I don't believe nothing in Buffalo.
You got to watch out for those new stadium prices because to
Well,
go to
look,
a Raiders
here's
game.
you know what? Here's a funny thing, right? Here's a reality. People want to talk about owners, right, and spending money. Here's a reality, right? Stephen Ross spent money out of his own pocket to put out, to upgrade our stadium and make it what it is. Which, by the way, I think we have one of the best facilities in the league. Let's just throw that out there. Hard Rock is amazing. Number two, you're looking at what SoFi, like go to LA. Look at LA and Vegas' stadiums. Those are insane. Like they are absolutely insane. Atlanta Stadium, insane. And so now I think, you're looking at Oakland, you look at Buffalo, like they have no choice but to put out some crazy new stadium, right? And when you got to look at Oakland, you got to look at Buffalo, you have to understand that these are, mid-level team, like mid-level market teams.
Yeah.
And it's tough, their owners are not like San Diego should still have a team. There's no doubt in my mind San
That's
Diego should
exactly
still
what
have
I
a
was
team.
about to say, bro.
But San Diego wasn't going to get one because the taxpayers weren't going to pay it. And no owner was going to spend all that money to put something that crazy in San Diego. It just wasn't going to happen. So look, the reality is Buffalo's been talking about leaving Buffalo for years, even when they were talking about going to Toronto and stuff like that. I don't see them building a new stadium in Buffalo. I don't see how it happens. I don't know. Like, I don't like a lot of things need to happen in order for that to go down. And Estefan's right. San Antonio and Austin have been talking about putting up a football stadium. They've wanted an NFL team for the last 25 years there. And the only thing that's probably stopped it is Jerry. But all it's going to take is somebody with a big pocket and say, hey, I'll build $1 billion stadium here. Let's make it happen. And San Antonio's a big enough market to do it.
Yeah.
I would feel kind of bad for the Bills. I know we love to hate them, bro, but it's just, I mean, when you've been to five,
dude, when an NFL team loses their city, that shit is sad, bro. Like I got a Dolphins tattoo, and somebody made the joke to me, what would you do if the Dolphins ever left Miami? I would die. Like it would the world would come to an end for me.
You'll live. Trust me.
Nah, man. No, dog.
I know a lot of Raiders fans, and they were like, I'm not a Raiders
fan. Yeah, but the
fan.
Raiders have moved before. San Diego has moved before. Do you get what I'm
talking
saying?
about? I'm talking about like my age. Like all they know is Oakland Raiders, and like I'm not talking about the older fans that's been here since the 70s and 80s. I'm talking about like around my age. They diehard Raider fans, and they were like, nope, I'm protesting. Like when the discussions was going on, they were like, I'm protesting. We're not buying no tickets. We're not blacking out no games, no nothing. And they still went to every game. They still watched the game.
St. Louis should still have a team.
Traveled.
Like, that one sucks bad, bro.
You said what?
The Rams leaving St. Louis, bro.
Oh, yeah. That's still weird to me.
Bro, they put a damn ring on that city's finger, bro. And
by the way, Andrevius, that'll never happen. Stephen Ross put all that money into this facility. The NFL loves Miami, like the city, to do Super Bowls and stuff there. You'll never, in my opinion, you'll never have to worry about the Dolphins ever leaving Miami. Ever.
Right.
Ever.
I don't see it happening. Yeah. It just fits
but Buffalo, I can see that. I can definitely see them moving. And not only that, I see an expansion happening in the next 5 years. And it's going to be in London. London's going to get a team. And you got to think one other city is also going to get a team. And I think it's either going to go to St. Louis or San Diego to get a team again. And when that happens, there's going to be realignment. there's going to be realignment in the NFL, which I think should happen. By the way,
I've always, I wondered why Vegas never had. Like, you always heard it was because of gambling reasons that they didn't have a professional team. But it's crazy, man. They got 2 teams now. They got a hockey team and an NFL team, man. So
that's why trade. That's why there will be realignment. When London gets a team, there will be realignment. 100%.
Yeah, the Dolphins need to stop going up north at the end of the year and playing in the damn snow, bro. We need to be
think about it. Our 3 teams in our division are the Jets, the Patriots, and the Bills, all in the New York, New England area. Why are we in the same division as them? Like, let's just be honest, right?
Yeah, bro. They should be a part of the AFC South, bro.
100%.
You think about the teams in the South, bro. You got the Texans, you got the Dolphins, you have the Jaguars. Legitimately,
Tennessee.
If the Bills come south, there you go.
You could have Carolina in there. You could have 100%. We should be in the AFC South. And it's always funny to me that
East or North.
We should be. We used to have the Colts too. Yep, we sure did. We did have the Colts. We had the Colts for years. London will never get a team. I would not say never, Michael. There's way too much. Why do you think they go back every year, 2 or 3 times a year?
I think the players will be
a moneymaker
playing in London. I think that might be the only holdback for that.
What?
Players playing in London, having in the
NFLPA will definitely have a lot to say. I'm not saying that they won't. But everybody said the NFLPA would never approve a 2-game expansion for the league. Yet in 2 years, 3 years, we're gonna have 18 games from 17.
Bro, that's gonna be tough though, dog. You know what kind of jet lag? Bro, those teams would be smart that if you're gonna play in London next week and you just got done with your game, it'd be smart of you to jump on the plane and hit straight for London for about a week, bro. And then they would need to schedule that to where it was fair for those teams going to London to play, that when they got back they were on a bye, bro. That's just not fair,
the
man.
Dolphins had that opportunity this year. So the NFL gave teams this year the opportunity that went to London. Do you want your bye week after your trip to London, or do you want it some other time? And the Dolphins chose not to have their bye week after London.
I feel like
Roman soldiers. So who's getting kicked out? Like, what do you mean who's getting kicked out?
No, we're talking about expanding, bro. Not
talking about
out.
the division. He's talking about the division.
Dude, there's going to be expansion. There's going to be expansion.
Bro,
it'll be expansion by 2 teams, which means San Diego or St. Louis will get a team back. And my thought is St. Louis will.
I feel like eventually it'll be a game I say about 5 years, there'll be a game in London every week. Like the whole NFL will have to go to London for one game each week.
Realignment, Pete. Realignment.
We already got 18-week season now. So now, week 1 there'll be a London game. Week 2 there'll be a London game. It's just going to be different teams in my eyes.
And see, here's why I don't believe that happens. So right now, the NFL, if they had their way, they would play 4 or 5 games a year in London. They'd play another game somewhere in Asia or Europe, and they would play a game in Mexico. But the reality is NFL realizes that in order for them to keep growing, they need to grow the game outside of the U.S. more. And they've been doing a good job doing that. Let's call that what it is, because shout out to Dolphins UK, shout out to Dolphins Germany, the flag out over here. Like, there are fans all over the world, right?
You know who deserves the team, bro? In all honesty, Hawaii, bro. Outside of financial reasons, bro.
No.
You know
they can't even keep the stadium. That'll never happen. Never happen.
Why?
Because they couldn't even keep Aloha Stadium open. You think that they're going to have an NFL team come there for 8 games or 9 games a year?
Okay, Steve, relax the context of what I said. I said deserve, bro.
Yeah, but they don't. That's the other thing. They don't deserve it. The teams that deserve an NFL team, there's a few cities. St. Louis, San Diego, Toronto, San Antonio, and London.
Oakland needs the Raiders back. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it'll never happen. You see how much money Vegas is making, bro?
It won't. It won't. It
See
literally
how much
won't.
money Vegas is making?
Oh, yeah,
Oakland
yeah,
will
yeah.
never get a team back.
Have you seen the price of those tickets?
They're insane.
The nosebleeds are $500. I thought about going to the Dolphins game. I was like, I can get into the end zone, but do I really want to pay that price? Like, no.
Rashad,
Michael,
you live in Cali, bro?
Yeah, I lived in Oakland since I was 2. I just moved back from LA. I stayed in LA for 2 years. I just moved back in August.
There's a competition in rugby that they play in 5 different countries every week. Like, here's the reality. Like, everybody talks about the scheduling conflict, right? And how it would be. NFL, mark my words. Are y'all listening? Y'all can keep the receipts. Y'all can keep the receipt. The NFL is going to go to 18 weeks. The NFL is going to stay with 7-team playoff teams. They're not ever going to go back to 6. All right. And not only that, the NFL is going to expand by 2 teams in the next 5 to 7 years. And one of them,
why not Toronto, bro? They can hold up an NFL team.
Toronto could. I said that they're one of the teams.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I said that they're one of the cities that could get one. The reality is, though,
that makes too much sense, bro.
I mean, for the Bills, 100%. For the Bills, 100% should move to Toronto.
Or an expansion.
I don't know about an expansion in Toronto, but the Bills would be great in Toronto. But now that you have the pandemic, the issue is the NFL and all these major sports saw how difficult it was to have pro teams in another country if something like that broke out, right? Which they're going to have the same thing if it happens over here with, if they move a team to London. So I guess that kind of contradicts that thought process. But yeah, I mean, I still think 5 to 7 years at the end of the day, you're going to see 2 expansion teams. One of them will be in London. Another one will be one of the teams here in the U.S. And I could see Buffalo. I don't know if Buffalo will move, but I think there's a good chance that they will.
I mean, Josh Allen would be the only reason they don't move because he's going to drive the
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was in Seattle with the Supersonics. Remember that?
That was already part of the plan, though.
I understand, but I'm just saying, like, don't think Josh Allen's going to help protect the Bills from staying. Like, no, nobody's going to help him.
If he surprised,
Buffalo needs an owner that's willing to put out the money for a ridiculous stadium in Buffalo. That's what they need.
Not going to happen.
And I agree with that.
Waste of money.
Because I don't see Buffalo taxpayers saying, "Hey, yeah, we'll put up more money for an NFL team." They love their Bills, don't get me wrong, but I don't see them paying money for it. Not with all these other owners using money out of their own pockets.
That's crazy, man. I wonder how this is going to end, man, for that team, bro. Kind of, I don't know, man. It doesn't.
If NFL gets one team, Europe gets the other, but no way NFL will expand a team across the pond. Yep, they will. Yes, they will. Why would you put a team in London? Why do you play 5 games a year in London, Michael? I'm just saying. All right, guys, look, this has been a fun show. I'm going to start wrapping up. Rashad, Estefan, final takes from either one of you guys?
I'll go. Just going to start looking more into what the Buffalo Bills got themselves into Sunday. How graciously they sucked. Going to see what's going on now that we got Will Fuller on the field. Hopefully we can get this offense going. We need to run the ball. I'm preparing myself for week 2. We need to run this ball. I'm so serious.
Yeah. No doubt
what is
about
it?
that.
Screen and our open field blocking needs to get better. I seen it last year. I blamed it because they were rookies. These people just don't touch people, and it's the whole team. The wide receivers don't block in the open field. That RPO by Tua to Waddle first quarter, and Devontae Parker just spinning in circles with all those Patriots around him. He just started spinning in circles, not knowing who to block. Our offensive line got upfield. They didn't touch anybody. It's real frustrating, and it shows on screenplays as well, and it
Hey, Rashad,
sucks.
the Godfather asked, "Are you in Oakland now?"
I'm in Oakland right now.
You two need to hook up. You guys live near each other.
NorCal? Oh,
Yeah.
yep, most definitely.
And they have a big Dolphins fan club out there. You need to go check them out, bro.
I definitely need to because I came to YouTube when I moved to LA is when I came to YouTube to listen to anybody talk Dolphins because out here there's no Dolphins fans. LA I had no friends of who literally watch football. Nobody watched football in LA that I knew. And it was just like, what am I going to do? So I turned to YouTube and found everybody. So if
Well,
there's
look, man.
Dolphin fans out there, let me know where to meet up.
Hey, you know where you can go?
Sundays.
MiamiSportsMusic.com/DWA map. If you run a fan club, go to that map. If your information is wrong, I need to know. I know that there's some bars. I got a text saying that somebody went to backseat. We're trying to get everything changed. I got to get the information from the people. I can only go off of what they gave me. So, what I would recommend if you're going to go out to a game, just confirm that is still the place. We are trying to get confirmations on all those, but go to MiamiSportsMusic.com/DWA map and find a bar that's close to you so you can go watch games with other Dolphin fans. Let's
Sounds good
go.
to me.
Good live stream, Steven, with a question mark. I don't understand that, Roman. Are you saying that was a good live stream?
Martinez.
All right, Rashad, I appreciate it, brother. Be good.
Yes, sir.
See you tomorrow. Estefan.
Yeah, bro. Rashad took my tech. Yeah, man. I look forward to Gaskins popping off. Hopefully, man. It's gonna help Tua do a hell of a lot better in this game, and you're gonna need him, bro. We're gonna need Gaskins to pop off. You're gonna have to trade touchdown for touchdown with Josh Allen. It feels like it's gonna be one of those games where you're gonna need to put points on the board, bro. Especially after what they did to us last year, bro. And our defense kind of looks the same. I not in a negative way. I mean, I'm just saying they kind of look the same, bro. So, yeah, I would look for Gaskins to have a big game this weekend. You got to unleash him at some point. And on the defensive side, this is why we drafted you, Mr. Phillips, bro. It would be nice to see him implemented, see him have an impact in this game, bro. Because if there's a guy that you can use to scheme Josh Allen, that's your dude. So we'll see what's up, man. Thanks for having me on, bro. I appreciate it.
I love you, brother. Change your picture, man. Use me. You can use me. You can use me.
All right, man. I got you, bro.
All right. Love you, brother. Be good. All right. Hey, guys, I hope you all had a good time today. This was a lot of fun. As it looks like people are cutting grass at my apartment complex. I don't know if y'all can hear that out there. But, hey, check it out tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be good times. What I want to remind you all is tomorrow, be here, 8 a.m. We're going to do a game preview. We're going to break down the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins on Wacky Wednesday that we'll have here, right here, Miami fans' #1 morning show, Clack Blackers, on Miami Sports Music's podcast network. I am super excited. Y'all are an amazing group of fans. I love y'all each and every day. Thank you for hitting that like button. If you donated to the channel, thank you for donating to the channel. Every little bit helps. If you want to donate and didn't, 3 different ways to do it. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You guys can use PayPal, which is MSM Podcast Network. And you guys can also use the Cash App, which is $ MSM Podcast Network. Anything, even if it's $1, it goes to helping out the programming and what we're trying to do here at Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. So thank you for everything. Want to remind everybody tonight, Hellfins will be back starting at 9 p.m. I remember last week those guys were in an earthquake and they had to cut the show short, but they will be back tonight live starting at 9 p.m. Hellfins. If you speak a little Spanish, go check them out. Even if you don't speak a little Spanish, go there, hit the like button, support what they do, because anytime you guys do that and share it, it goes to helping everything out. So just keep supporting. I want to remind everybody also, Friday, I'm going to be doing the show live in Miami. That's right, live. I'm getting all the details worked out. It's going to be a great show live. But if you live in the Miami area, I would love for some of you guys to come out to it. So I'm going to try to have information as early as tomorrow if I'm able to. If not, Thursday, I should have all the information finalized. So just be on the lookout. Miami, live, Friday. I'm flying out Thursday night. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be great. All right, I love you guys. Make sure you guys go share this. Go share it with everybody. Fins up, y'all. Peace.